Well, welcome to Cardiff, Echo Golf Foxtrot for a flight from Cardiff to Carnarvon, Echo Golf Charlie Kilo. So the first thing to do is board the aircraft and run through the before startup and after start checklist. Get those ladders away and get the doors closed. As welcome to Cardiff International Airport. This is the A2A B17G Flying Fortress with MCE multi-crew experience. Today's co-pilot is Trav. So the first thing we'll do, we'll remove the aileron locks and we'll remove the rudder and elevator locks. Flight controls check, please.
Ready for flight control check. Control wheel, right, aileron, up, left, aileron, down. Control stick, left, aileron, up, right, aileron, down. Control wheel, centered. Elevator, up. Elevator, down. Elevator, pitch, centered. Rudder, full deflection, right. Rudder, full deflection, left. Rudder, centered. Flight controls, fully working, boss.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Before start checklist, please.
Before start checklist. Flight controls.
Checked.
Briefing.
Complete.
1A.
Checked.
Controls and seats.
Unlocked. Checked.
Checked. Fuel transfer valves.
Off.
Gyros.
Uncaged.
Fuel shut off switches.
On.
Armed gear switch.
Neutral.
Roger Wilco. Gear. I like this one. Tap. Now set cowl flaps.
Closed.
Boost.
Off.
Idle cut off.
Checked.
Throttles.
Checked.
The checklist says it should be closed. High RPM.
Checked.
Autopilot.
Off.
Ice.
Off.
Okay, engine, anti-ice, they're off. Now set fuel gauges.
Set.
Cabin heat.
Off.
Generators.
Off.
APU.
I'm on it, Cap.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
Thank you.
At your service.
Captain, power's coming on.
Startup checklist.
Start up checklist. Boost 0.
0.
0. Starting engine.
3412.
Fire guards and clear.
Clear.
Master switch on.
On.
Battery switches and inverter.
Batteries on.
Affirmative. Battery turned on. Already, boss.
Pause checklist.
The checklist is suspended on your request.
Pause the checklist here for the captain to switch the batteries on his side. Then I'll ask Trav to switch the magnetos to both on all engines. Ignition master switch is on.
Okay, engine starter 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
Ignition, that's okay.
Continue checklist.
Resuming checklist. Battery, switches, and inverter. The answer is on. Parking, brakes, and hydraulics. Booster, pumps, and pressure.
On checked.
On. Checked. Carb, air.
Open.
Fuel, quantity.
Checked.
Mixture.
Auto.
Open. Cowl, flaps, set. Locked. Sorry, what did you say? Open.
Open.
What did you say? Open.
Open.
Okay. The checklist says it should be open. Throttle setting.
Cracked.
Propeller high RPM.
Checked.
Set. Fire extinguisher engine.
Set 3.
Prime.
As required.
Starter switch.
On.
Engage starter.
Prop.
Start to engage engine 3.
3.
Engine 3 is starting. Oil
Checklist.
pressure is coming up.
The checklist is suspended on your request.
Pausing the checklist here allows me to ask Trav to start the engines in the sequence that I decide. I'll go 3, 4, 2, 1 instead of 3, 4, 1, 2.
Clear, prop.
Start to engage engine 4.
4.
Engine 4 starting. Oil pressure is coming up.
Start to engage engine 2.
Engine 2 starter
Engine 2 is
engaged.
starting. Oil pressure is coming up.
Start to engage engine 1.
Engine 1 starter
Engine 1 is
engaged.
starting up. Oil pressure is coming up.
Thank you.
That's okay.
So I'll switch the generators on now and then we can continue with the checklist. You start the engines first before ATC clearance. It gives the engines a chance to warm up, no pressure to rise. So I just run a high jump.
Looks like it's a bad time to run the checklist. Flight indicator and pressures.
Checked.
Radio.
On.
Oil pressure.
Checked.
Fuel pressure.
Checked.
Generator.
On.
Crew check.
Check.
Radio, call, and altimeter set.
Set.
Start up. Checklist complete.
Thank you.
Add your service.
Set 119.47. Com 1.
Com 1. Dialing 119.47. ATIS is on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Golf, Foxtrot, local ATIS information, Quebec, winds 320 at 10, visibility 10 kilometers or more, clouds few 1,900, broken 4,100, temperature 112.8, QNH 1019, landing and departing, runway 30.
Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Set 125.0. Com 1.
Roger, com 1125.0. Radio 1 on. Ground.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Clearance delivery of Warrior 514. Request ATC clearance to Canal.
Warrior 514, ground cleared to Echo Golf Charlie Kilo via published departure procedures, then as filed, climb to altitude 3000 feet, squawk 5212, departure frequency 125.85.
Roger, cleared as file, climb and maintain 3000, squawk 5212, depart on 125.85. Warrior 514.
Warrior 514, read back correct.
Tombstone 40 Mike, vacate next right, and the apron of Victor, parking stand 8.
Ground, Warrior 514, request active to be active.
514 ground, taxi holding point runway 30 QNH 1019er.
Roger, taxi and hold, runway 30, Warrior 514. Set QNH 1019.
Got it. Adjusting. Altimeter 1019 millibars. Bingo.
Sierra,
Can't do better,
India,
Captain.
Romeo,
Can I ask you
India,
to cross check?
Tango, Whiskey.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brake released.
So making full use of the Accusim throttle menu, it allows you to select any throttle combinations and run them from a single throttle if you don't have a multiple throttle setup.
Electric 43, vacate right at Foxtrot. Correct, just crossing the control zone boundary now, no height restriction. Yeah, no further height restrictions on 74 zone. And 40 right, report passing 2,500 feet. Full code 4 zone.
Steering, as you probably know, is by differential braking, differential throttle power. Common with old tail draggers, especially aircraft of this era, vintage. Takes care, practice and skill, especially with an all-up weight of 62,000.
Stone 4 zone right, vacate next right, into the apron of Victor, parking stand 8.
762, start approved, temperatures 9, the Koenig is 1009, runway 27.
Clear left.
Clear on the right.
Thank you.
At your service.
Correct, just crossing the control zone boundary now, no height restriction. Yeah, no further height restrictions on 74 zone. And 40 right, report passing 2,500 feet. Full code 4 zone right.
India Tango, Whiskey, India November, Golf, Sierra, 2 mile, final runway 30.
Down 250, clear takeoff, 210 degrees 19. Electric 43, vacate right at Foxtrot.
That's a bouncer. Tower Warrior 514 is holding runway 30.
Crossing the
Warrior 514, roger. Warrior 514, tower, runway 30, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, Warrior 514. Pre-takeoff checklist.
Takeoff checklist. Mixtures.
Bottom.
Propeller.
Forward.
Trim tabs.
Free and correct.
Flight controls.
Free and correct.
Wing flaps. Up.
Up.
Radios.
Set.
Briefing.
Complete.
Takeoff checklist complete.
Runway entry final items checklist.
Runway entry items checklist.
And after departing Lufthansa 1800, line up 27 right.
Heat.
On.
Roger Wilco, Kidohi. On as requested. Now set tail wheel. Heading indicator.
Check.
Runway check.
Runway confirmed. 30.
Runway confirmed. Runway clear. That's okay.
American 87 Alpha Concorde, departure line up
Clear.
271.
Clear. Runway entry items checklist complete.
It's clear on the left.
Clear on the right.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
United 99.
Alex 472.
Line up is cancelled then. Call me when you're fully ready.
I'm glad she's not referring to us. As we all know, we should have had the beacon on. Start up and taxi will correct that. Beacon on.
Okay. Beacon lights on.
Nav lights on.
Navigation lights on as requested.
Strobe on.
Okay. Strobe lights on as requested.
514, winds 320, at 10, runway 30, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Warrior 514.
Confirm.
27,
Lock tail
190 degrees, 15 knots, between
Okay.
170 and
Turbo
24.
set to 8. Going to full throttle. These are turbocharged and supercharged engines. Don't forget the crew will call out in miles an hour. Trav and I will use notes.
V1.
4831, QNH now 1009. Zero to my short backtrack, vacate Echo.
80 knots, rotate.
And rotate.
V2, positive climb.
120.
Gear up.
Gear coming up.
130. 140. 150.
Manchester
Takeoff and climb checklist.
Manchester 124.
Yeah, I'll read the check for you, Cap. Takeoff and climb checklist. Landing, gear,
Retry.
up and locked.
Okay, 54 right, heading 250.
You're welcome.
Close from the
Gear
right.
up and secured.
5250, put it down, okay,
Yeah, now 1110.3.
Set 320.50 ADF1.
ADF 1, set to 320.5.
Routing Lamborn, leave heading
Done.
140.
My pleasure.
Lima.
Looks like we've got some welcome company, some little friends. Takeoff and climb checklist.
On the way.
Get ready for the checklist. Takeoff and climb checklist. Landing, gear,
Hold it on the bridge, speak there.
Retry.
speed 140, manifold pressure,
38.07.
propellers,
028 and 21807.
2300.
airspeed, maintain,
140. 140.
check that once more, pressures,
Check.
boost, pumps,
Departure speedbird down 223.
car, air,
Passing 1300 feet, climbing 6000.
Close after 8,000
CE controls,
as required.
takeoff and climb checklist complete.
Okay.
You're welcome.
One passing 1700.
Singapore 319, Roger, score guidance, ATV speed restriction, maintain altitude 6000, I'm reaching. Good.
Thames Golf Kilo Kilo, like the trains now to Elstree.
Having set the trim, we'll
Golf Kilo
engage the
Kilo,
vintage
147,000,
C1
service
autopilot.
terminate. 122.4, good day.
1224, thank you, Kilo Kilo.
Delta.
495, we are 10 minutes out.
7495, thank you, contact the tower 118.107 and descend on the ILS. Bye-bye.
87, further with the ILS 495, good day.
1807, please. Delta Alpha Sierra, continue on course to Deathling, contact London Control 120.17, bye-bye.
Coast Deadly 12017, Alpha Sierra, bye-bye.
In case anybody's wondering about the low altitude choice of 5,000 feet, that's so you can enjoy the wonderful scenery of Wales.
Out of Rochester at 1500 feet, we're just in the Swanley area to take a couple of photographs. We'll stay below 1500 feet to keep out of your way and call you when leaving your zone.
Golf Romeo Echo, squawk 7053, London QNH 1028 millibars.
Romeo Echo 7053 1028.
Brilliant, Tango. A good Victor Mike, so thank you very much.
Of course, the B17's turbo supercharged engine is quite at home at 25,000 feet.
Golf Romeo
Was there
Echo,
heading?
traffic just leaving the bigger overhead
302 degrees.
feet and
Setting up
AA5.
on track 300.
Romeo Echo, copy.
Roger, setting, track
Kelly Speed
300.
Golf Lima.
So I've used the trim
Would you like
setting
to read
to
the-
adjust
Good
the
morning, Lonix 06,
pitch.
7200.
Nice
Bonnet 06, I'll call you back very
at-
shortly.
What's the altitude?
Golf Alpha Zulu Zulu,
What's our
next to
altitude?
remain outside controlled airspace.
3,900 feet.
Thank you.
Don't
Bonnet
mention it.
06, pass your message.
Lonix 06, just there,
We're
on
using
stable
the
third level,
C1 autopilot.
15001028.
The PDI.
With a whiskey number to go photography, the Isle of Dogs, and then routing west to Mayfair.
You can also
Kelly
ask the
Speed
number
2,
here
contact back
to
2122.9, bye-bye.
It's 300 degrees. Check that with
Heavens
track.
radar, Golf, Mike Oscar Victor India.
What's our heading?
Golf Mike Oscar Victor India, pass your
304
message.
degrees.
Golf Victor
Okay.
India. Routing Lambourne and then Manston. Request the radar information service.
To the bombardiers now.
Roger, take on the
Heading
altitude, please.
300.
Golf Victor India 2300 feet from 10.
Passing
Golf Alpha
Swansea,
Zulu Zulu Victor, you are identified 8
which
miles
is
to the southeast
ADF
of London City. Flight
320.5
information
on the
service.
nav1.
There is traffic on Right-hand side, an AA5
just
at
a direct,
2,200
just a
feet
correction,
established in the Alcott
just
hole.
a distance indicator.
Visual with the other traffic, Delta 6.
You should see the ADF swing over as we pass over the
1,800 feet, continuing northbound.
Copy, looking at that traffic, completion of this orbit of the
Set
Delta,
nav 1 track
the north
281.
as required.
Got it. Selecting track
I'll call you back in a moment.
281.
325 Alpha, have you
That's
actually
our
finished
next
it, or do you want to
track
carry on for a
to
bit more?
next waypoint,
We
which
just need to complete this orbit, but on completion of this orbit we can take to the northern track.
Bombardier to change
That would
our
be lovely,
heading
if
to
you wouldn't mind doing
281.
that.
We
Indeed.
can intercept that track.
In fact, the previous job looks as it's a cancel and we'll be returning.
Okay, that's the radar contact bleep. We've just passed Swansea. Our next waypoint that is a VOR is Haverford West, HDW. I'm going to ask ATC now to go direct there. Warrior 514, request direct to Hotel Delta Whiskey.
4, contact, London Control 118.77, good day.
Roger, over to London Control, Warrior 514. Over to centre.
Com 1118.775. VHF 1 going to done. Center.
Centre, Warrior 514 is with you at 4,000.
Warrior 514, London Control, roger.
Beaver 175
London
to
Centre,
London,
Warrior 514, request direct to Hotel Delta Whiskey.
Tom Centre 45, resume navigation now direct to Mike Charlie Tango, then route Wednesday.
Warrior 514, cleared direct Hotel Delta Whiskey.
Roger, clear Hotel Delta Whiskey. Warrior 514.
Swift Air 116, resume navigation now direct to
Okay,
Mike
that's
Charlie
it. We've got a
Tango,
direct clearance
then
now
route
to
Wednesday.
VOR waypoint Haverford West.
116.
So I'll now get Trav to tune that in for us. Set nav 1, 116.75.
Nav 116.75.
Set ADF 1328.
Fly level
ADF 1328.0.
Maintain 3. US Air 49.
So that's our nav 1 setup and the ADF setup.
Got it, Captain. I was busy. Can you repeat?
That's okay.
Bye-bye.
So now we're clear to
3112, good idea,
Delta Whiskey, which is Haverford West, NDB and VOR. We're going to be free now to fly our next 4 waypoints on the map, on the chart, which is Carew, Chiltern, Angle, Dale and Tolbenny disused airfields. Should get a nice scenic view of those if it doesn't clag in too much. Using the trim to control our pitch.
Origin 19, resume navigation now direct to Cala.
Within 100 feet of 5,000. And the C1 autopilot is on for our heading. Our Bombardier will hold our heading on whatever we ask him to at the moment. We're asking him to maintain 290. Just check that with the Trav, our co-pilot. What is our heading?
290 degrees.
What's our altitude?
4,900 feet.
What's our speed?
196 knots.
Thank you.
Speedbird 5 with
My pleasure.
Continue on the heading.
So as you can see, the skills are quite considerable to maintain necessary pitch using trim wheel. Bear in mind we're running Rex weather, which is quite gusty at the moment. I'm using C1 autopilot to
943,
maintain
turn
heading
left
with the help of the
325.
Something on the radio for you.
Good morning, Shuttle 9 Bravo, climbing flight level 290.
Flight level 330, Manchester, then it's
This
Westcott.
might get a bit noisy, but it should be entertaining. Let's see what
Manchester,
Sparks
Westcott,
is
Bovington,
tuned
Heathrow,
for us.
Shuttle 9 Bravo.
9943, report radar heading now to 22. Bye-bye.
You have a nice day.
Ever try it?
Have one.
Have a nice day. I like it.
Speed of 5 whiskey, consumer navigation
Coming up on our next
Mustang,
waypoint, which is Angle, disused airport. We need a track now of 271. Set nav 1 track 271.
Roger Wilco, selecting track 271. Got that.
And ask the bombardier to do that.
Swiss Air 116, are you requesting any higher this time?
You can of course use the 3D C1 autopilot. It is actually down there, so unless you are very adept with feeling for the controls, you need to do the following. As you can see, that is it. That's what we're running from the Popper. I just find it easy to use the Popper, but that's the gauge itself. Fantastic piece of kit, fully authentic.
Johnny, oh Johnny, please tell me, dear, what makes me love you so? You're not handsome, it's true, but when I look at you, I...
At this time?
Technologies, we'd appreciate level 310, with 116.
Stand by.
Sorry, sir, I'm losing the signal.
So next waypoint will be Dale disused. Need a track for that of 307.
Swiss Air 116, climb flight level 310.
Swiss Air 116, climb to level 310. Just from the Virgin 5.
79 Bravo, continue.
So we're approaching Dale disused airport, the next turn point.
Morning, one
turn on to 036 and we'll fly over Talbini disused airport.
Heading 325.
Open 137, Roger, continue on the heading, climb flight level 310.
Flight level 310, American 137.
Having set the turn compensation up previously using left, centre and right, subject to another video
British
rather
435,
than
continue on your
explaining
present
here,
heading now into advice.
you'll notice the
Back turn right heading to 330,
turn and
British
slip
435.
is nicely centred.
Okay, turn right heading 330,
That's all
please.
achieved by setting up the C1 and understanding and knowing how it's used. Once you get the hang of it, it's extremely good. Just what those brave guys used in World War II.
Swiss Air 116, report cleared, level
What's
to
our
London
altitude?
135.57, bye-bye.
5100 feet.
13557, Swiss Air 116, goodbye.
Continental 45, contact London 13557, bye-bye.
135,
189 knots.
What's our heading?
36 degrees.
That's spot on, thank you.
That's okay.
London, good afternoon, Alitalia 604, level 350.
Alitalia 604, thank you, maintain flight level 350.
604.
Decimal 12, speed with 33 Juliet, bye.
Shoe on the wrong foot.
It's virtually a cross-country flight with the use of the autopilot. It's a different way of using an autopilot than most modern pilots are used to. It's not a Century or it's not a
right, heading 330.
modern FMC.
330,
It's a pleasant change. It's very much hands-on, very much a lot of inputs required. The most crucial one is your pitch control by the trim wheel to maintain your altitude. It has to be monitored constantly. There's no altitude hold on this ship. What's our altitude?
5,000 feet.
Thank you.
Flight control, 717, level 3.
Each 18-cylinder radial engine is turbo supercharged. Turbos are set to between 4 and 6 for the cruise. Unlike the Mustang that has a 2-stage, 2-speed supercharger. The supercharger is running in single stage direct from the crank.
British 435, resume navigation direct to Margate.
Okay, navigation direct to Margo for United 929, thank you.
Contact Scottish Control 129.22, bye-bye.
Captain, I have some music on the radio for you.
The checklist. Checklist. Power. Throttle.
2957, climb flight level 350, due traffic, that will be the cruising level.
Climb level 350,
show that the United States Army has won an almost complete victory over diseases which can be prevented by inoculation.
Shuttle 6 Lima, navigation
checklist complete.
There were
Centre Warrior 514, request ILS approach, runway 02.
Warrior 514, roger. Can expect that.
Roger, Warrior 514. Of course, for anybody not familiar with the Accusim B17 Flying Fortress, we've got these fantastic menus, cruise reports, with notes, engine conditions, not dissimilar to the YVDC2 there. Fantastic controls, pop up, control the crew from here, even the bombs, it's all there.
My father just made his last mortgage payment on his house yesterday.
Thanks for that. Really needed to know that. That's great. That's wonderful. Great news. And payload and fuel manager, as you can see, what's in our tanks graphically. Our map, NDVs, VORs. So coming up on the next turn, we've reached Aberporth, ADF 370.5. So now we'll turn on to our next heading of 358. Set nav on track 358.
Okay, you said track.
Track 358.
Yeah. 358. Selected.
Thank you.
That's okay.
So that's how I navigate. It's one way to navigate using
can we open the window? It's getting kind of warm in here.
Yeah, we'll do. Using the C1 autopilot. Constant interaction with the crew on the ship. I think that's one of the draws towards this fantastic visceral simulation. You are feeling like you've got a crew. I can't put this into words. It's too visceral. You have to fly it. I think it's a nice change from the 737 computers flying computers. Real deal. Next track is to Lambert VORs, last track. Travel to set nav. Set nav 117.90.
Affirmative. Nav 1117.9.
Planes for their brothers.
Center Warrior 514 request ILS approach runway 02.
Warrior
514, Roger, you can expect that.
Women with very different backgrounds.
Roger, Warrior 514.
We're getting new and wholesome ideas from their contacts with women in other
Warrior 514, no TAM advisory. The pilot must assume responsibility for obstruction clearance for arrivals into this airport. Remain not less than 1,000 feet above or aside from terrain at all times. When able, maintain 3,500 feet until the initial clear. The full ILS runway 02 approach.
Roger, maintain 3,500 until established. Warrior 514.
Many employers are now in great demand. Older women in their 40s, 50s, or even 60s, who a year ago were unable to secure any
set 110.50 nav 1.
Nav 110.5.
Set nav 1 track
Captain,
020.
It's getting pretty hot in here.
Set nav 1 track 020.
Setting track 020.
Looks like we're getting out of range.
I don't think you'll have many complaints about that, Sparks. Wasn't as good as Glenville.
You have it.
I have control.
Easy 639, fly runway heading, climb altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1002.
Yeah, fly runway heading, climb altitude 4,000 feet, 1002, easy 639.
Easy 639, correct, contact Manchester Control 128.05, bye.
28.
4, runway 02, clear to land.
Clear to land and Warrior 514. Landing lights on.
Landing lights.
Absolutely beautiful. Faded in there.
Roger. What was it again?
It's alright.
Warrior 514, runway 02, clear to land.
Show ATC window. Roger, Warrior 514.
Thanks 472, request stand.
204 knots.
05 mic, ready for departure.
Thanks 472, standby brake, jam 05 mic. Thanks 472, taxi uniform holding point Alpha 2. Number 4 tower. Continue approach 1 ahead, 210 degrees 19. 57 line up runway 27.
For landing in 27 line up, 05 mic.
Outback 761, there's 1 ahead to land and 1 to depart before you. 761. Security 22, hold position. Traffic 630, vacate right taxi to Victor. Tap 25 Sierra, contact Manchester 124.2. Manchester 124.2, departure. So 05 mic, clear takeoff, 210 degrees 18.
Clear takeoff 05 mic, right.
Traffic 630, enter gate for the Victor, park stand 8. Pax 761, clear to land, 210 degrees 18.
Clear to land, 761.
Chanix 472, heavy clearance. Chanix 472, clear to Gatwick, 92 Tango departure, squawk 5102, expect Manchester 124.2.
What's our airspeed?
94 knots.
Gear down.
Gear moving.
Chanix 472, line up on 127.
Gear down.
One thing at a time.
Flaps down. Don't be
Speed
touchy.
check. Boss. What was it again? 4, 5 flaps.
Flaps down.
Flaps moving down. Sure.
Flaps down.
Okay. Down. Yep. Speed check. Okay. What was it again? 4, 5 flaps.
Flaps.
Speed
Should
check.
have our headphones on.
Tail wheel down.
Pax 761, vacate right taxi to Victor.
Flaps are confirmed
No
down,
reply?
Captain.
52, Roger.
Don't answer me.
05 mic, contact Manchester 124.2 by.
Confirmed down.
242, chapter 05 mic.
130.
Localizer alive. Glide slope alive.
200 degrees 18.
At your service.
120.
What's our speed?
103 knots.
Target
1,000 feet above ground.
Visual 27. Chester 42, my level tower, report final number 1, just departing, 210 degrees 20. Tap 25 Sierra, heavy clearance. Tap 25 Sierra, cleared to Stansted, 92 Tango departure.
Localizer alive, glide slope alive.
4, expect Manchester 124.2.
Tower Warrior 514, wind check. Tower Warrior 514, wind check.
Winds 350 at 18.
Jersey 4831, taxi Whiskey holding point Alpha 1.
Selecting localizer 350. Got that.
130.
Setting up on track 020.
Selecting track 020. Positive rate.
Okay, cross the stopper. Jersey 4831, heavy clearance. Jersey 4831 cleared to Exeter, Wrexham 2 Tango departure, Squawk 5031, expect Manchester 124.2.
Full tower, good evening, Gemstone 02 Mike.
Gemstone 02 Mike, Liverpool Tower, clear to land runway 27, 190 degrees, 15 knots, between 170 and 240.
Clear land, thanks, Gemstone 02 Mike.
Z4831 after landing 748 liner. Z4831 QNH now 1009.
110 knots.
Calm down.
702 my short backtrack, vacate Echo.
Okay, that's Echo's good.
We've sampled some new airlines.
The tail wheel is
Jersey
down.
4831, contact Manchester 124.2.
Jersey 4831, 124.2, good night.
120.
It's a 3,500 foot runway. Looks like they've got an electrical fault with the landing lines. It's like
474, I've word with the apron controller. He's going to get onto the apron services and they should be out to you very shortly.
110.
Just missed that tree.
Ah, we have a problem. Right gear.
100.
Channel 474, line up and wait runway 27. Line up 127, 474.
Warrior 514. Turn off at the next high speed and hold. Contact ground 124.8 when runway is clear.
Roger, Warrior 514.
The surface wind is southerly at 10 knots.
Landing lights off.
Okay, landing lights turned off.
Departing F27, runway 27, line up and wait.
Unlock tail wheel.
Okay, done, Captain.
Taxi light on.
Got it, taxi lights on.
Speedbird 982 Golf, clear takeoff. Off 279, wind 270 degrees, 4 knots.
Over the ground.
Roger, com 1124.8.
A firm and after departure, climb to maintain altitude 5,000 feet. Speedbird 982 Golf, contact London 118.82.
118.82, Speedbird 982 Golf back.
I wonder who owns the MiG.
Okay, warning Speedbird 296, 27 left, 6.5 miles.
Ground Warrior 514 is with you.
Warrior 514, ground. Taxi to the ramp.
Taxi to the ramp, Warrior 514.
27, thank you, 2639.
Captain, engine shut down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Master ignition switches on.
Yeah, engine starter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off.